Hi, people. Just wanted to give you a quick little update on what we're doing here. Okay, so my buddy Jeff is here, as usual, to bail me out because I don't do my videos, but he does, and he does such a great job. So thank you, Jeff, for coming and helping us again. This is our first project that we want to show you today, and this is our secret squirrel box for our beloved secret squirrel for the month of February. And I want you to know, honey, I had a ball doing your project, and I'll tell you why. I was totally freaked out that we didn't get to use pink. We didn't get to use blue. We're supposed to use cream, black, craft, and whatever. Okay, but I think I pulled it off. I hope you like it. I loved it. I ended up just loving doing this project for you. But I want to tell you a happy little story about this beautiful paper that I used in here. This is Fab Scraps, and you guys all know that I'm absolutely crazy goofy about Fab Scraps. And thanks, by the way, for all of those that went in and liked my project so we can maybe win the grand prize. Woohoo! That would be so great. So thank you for that. But my little secret sissy, I want you to know that this paper is so great because this is the brand new paper line. This is only part of it. Here's another sheet, for example, that is of that line. And you can get all of this at Blue Moon Scrapbooking, okay? And they're double-sided. I just didn't have the heart to go red for you. For my accent color, I went with gray. But anyways, you can get all of this lovely paper. Here's another piece of it right here that's totally stuck. Hang on. But these papers are special because, are you ready for that? My buddies at Fab Scraps, look how beautiful this paper is. Anyway, they knew that I was going to be having some projects at CHA, so guess what? She said that she was so thankful that I did it. She sent me a present. Now get a load of this. Wherever you live, okay, and wherever I live, she lives in freaking South Africa. That's where Fab Scraps is. So your papers that made their appearance for the first time at CHA went from South Africa to LA, where the CHA show was, okay? Then they got done looking at their stuff. They dropped off my present because they were sending me a present, and part of it was this paper line. I was absolutely amazed. I got glue, I got scissors. It was just so great. And I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so once it got done with CHA, she went over to the Basically Bear booth where my books were being displayed. Angela picked it up for me, took it back with her to Georgia, okay, put it in a box and sent it back to me in Seattle, Washington. Okay, honey, and now it's going off to you, and I'm not saying where because then you'll know who you are before you get this box. Okay, so here we go. So this is an envelope that I made, and I'm going to show you. Maybe I should just show them that really quick. Because, okay, anyway, so I made these envelopes, and you guys saw that I did some other envelopes, but this is just one of the things I did. And I have a new way to close it instead of just doing it as the thing. So by just doing the sides, I now have a pocket for a tag up here. And here's the only craft piece that I did, and it happens to be Basically Bear's little dress form, which I went back and dry embossed it in one of the folders. Okay, so we got that, and then you open it up, and here's your first pocket that's on the inside, and I've got a little present in here for you, some little tickets, and some little tags, and a little piece of emboss that you can do with whatever you want, because your presents this time, my dear, are interactive, and you'll see when I get to your journal and such. So, then over here, the $1.50 bin over at Michael's, this sucker was freaking neon green, and I said, oh, instead of using rub and buff, I wonder what happened if I could use my craft paint. So I did. I used warm white, and that's the folk art. Look at this desk, people. It just never gets better, but it's a happy girl that's sitting here. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. Then to give it an even more shabby look, I went ahead and I took the same paper, which is on the inside of the box, and ripped up little pieces of it to make it look like the picture that had been all crackled out. And my beloved cheesecloth that I've been using for years. Then I took some of Carla's, the mesh bling, Cindy's mesh bling from Carla 001, and then the Rena big bling, okay, and big pearls, and then, okay, look at this, and then feathers and fluff. All right, now look at this. I have to show you guys. I just taught myself something this morning, and I don't know if you guys are going to like the look, but I freaking love it. I took my beloved ribbon, which is from the Ribbon Retreat, and this one happens to be wired, and it's just luscious, and I make roses out of it. You'll see it on the valise in another picture, but you know how you make them. Okay, so I did that, but look what I taught myself. I took Memento ink, and I took about 5 of my different favorite stamps, and look at, I made my own ribbon. How fun is this? You in there close there, buddy, so you can see them? So I used, oh, I should probably show them. I used my beloved stamp from Blue Moon that I got from LeBlanc, which is the background one. I use that one a lot. This is one of my favorite girls. Everybody loves her. Keys, some of the keys. In fact, Jeff, oh, and it doesn't, yeah, can you do me a favor? Excuse me. Can you grab that stamp on top and that one right there? And, so I use this stamp to get my background stamp, and then I use my little block. I forget who's these guys are, but it's got 4 different things. There's a script, there's keys, there's the lady face, and the compass. So anyways, what do you think? You guys kind of like that idea? Oh, I use this stamp too, which I use a lot. But it looks kind of blurry, but it just makes it more shabby. Just don't wear your glasses when you're looking at it up close, right? But I kind of like the effect. Okay, so that's your box with ribbon. I totally went over all of the hardware on purpose to make it look even more vintagey, like old peeled paint. Okay, then inside, here we go, drum roll, just kidding. This is the other side of the paper from Fab Scraps. Isn't it gorgeous? Then I came back, and I have to tell you, Christy, I have to use my beloved Christy's flower that she made for me, and I've been hauling it around and hauling it around, and that, honey, is like yellow. But look how beautiful it goes with the cream. And so I've already called Christy and told her that I was going to use it, and just to fluff it up a little bit more, I put my beloved cheesecloth behind it. And then I have a few presents done for you. Here's our famous bags that Miss Nancy was so nice to get for us. And Nancy taught me a little trick to take either Stays On ink or Memento or whatever, and then when you stamp the image on it, then you went back and heat set it with your embossing powder. And this is going to feel real rough in your hand, but I use the Tim Holtz Distress embossing powder as opposed to the shiny one, because I want it to look more vintagey. And here's one of our new stamps that we got. It's in your book also, that I got from LeBlanc Stamps at Blue Moon Scrapbooking. And here's some more beautiful ribbon, and I gave you lots so you would have lots. And then there's some other treats, and there's some other treats there. Okay, so that's your box. Now we're going to save some time for poor Jeff, because we have to do like 5 videos today. So I'm going to show you your little book, which is the next part of your project. So here's your pretty box. Gosh, I hope you like it, honey, because it was so much fun to do. Okay, now this is your little book. And because remember, Annie Mo doesn't get it sometimes when you're talking to me, because I'm not a scrapbooker. I love to make books. I love to make cards. I like to make wall hangings and all that bit. So when somebody said, okay, you're supposed to make an organizational something, my brain just went, what? So anyway, so I thought, okay, you can get organized in here with your book, with your box, because you have places to tuck things inside of there. So then I says, okay, I'm going to stop and make you a book. So this is the very first time I've ever bound a book without my rings. So then I came back and I used that same yummy ribbon from the Ribbon Retreat and my beloved cheesecloth, and then I used my Scrap Happy glue, and I just started winding it, and I twisted it, and then I came back with Carla's and a little bit of bling from the store. And so this is your little book. So it looks really ratty, and I just stuck with my colors, black and cream and white, okay, and a little bit of gray to pick up that accent color. So then, are you guys ready? So then, this is what we did. And I got this tutorial off of, I have to go on my YouTube to find the lady, because I would never steal anybody's idea. And I told her, ask her if I could, I liked her video, and ask her if I could do an idea, because I had an idea of my own to do with it. And she said, oh, that'd be great. So this is my little book. She shows it with like 2 pages. Ooh, I got to glue you down before you go. I've opened it so many times and done so many things. I'll retuck that. Okay, so mine is different in the sense that it's an accordion this way. Now this is also an interactive book for you. I only put things in here so you get an idea that there were pockets. And I wanted you to be able to stamp in the background or rough up the edges even more than I did, or whatever. This is a little pocket over here that you can tuck a little something, something in there, and a little place to write stuff. But I left you pages so you could do a picture, you could do a pocket, you could do whatever. But now, you ready for this? How fun is this? Then it opens up this way. And look at all this real estate you've got in here. Some more of my fun new LeBlanc stamps that I just got from Scott at Blue Moon, and love their stuff so much. And then, let me see, the paper in the background is pink paisley, and that's the reverse side of it. And then some old tags that I had. Okay, so you've got places to journal, you've got places to tuck other little notes. So that's that side. And then this side, then I took one of my Sizzix die cuts, And I used this one and made a big old butterfly, but for his antennas, check it out, my beloved. I thought, you know what? Instead of doing wires all the time, like each time, I just took cheesecloth and folded it in half and glued it down. I kind of like it. Then I used my Sizzix die, which is the one that I got at Valentine's, and I cut it out and just grunged it up after I embossed it. And then it came that way. So then this book opens this way. I used another Sizzix die, and this Sizzix die is using the Tim Holtz clock. And then I just made another pocket, which I just kept that one in there, but you can still add to it if you want. Another pocket here. Then, okay, more places for you to tuck more goodies, more pockets, and just curl it back. Okay, and then you go this way. Look at all this room you have, sister. Look at this. You can have pictures of your cat, of your bathtub, I don't care, you know, journaling spots or whatever, but this is a pocket here. This is a pocket here. This one's not, but the pocket is on this side. But anyways, I hope this has enough room for you to be organized, and if not, whatever, throw it out, give it away, I don't care. But look at how fun this is. If you wanted to do a thing on your mantle, you can have the whole thing open up as well. So now you could have one great big session. And you could fold it up to however little you want it, just by doing it as such. So that there is your book, my friend, and I hope you like. So anyways, you guys be good, and I'll be back in a little minute to make another one. Bye. Thanks a lot.